So here's the next post I want to do for non-clinical jobs. I have this image of somebody miserable, burnt out, searching for non-clinical jobs on Google and coming across Joe Kim's site. And I want to ask the question, does it take more courage to stay or courage to leave? And is it really a job that you're looking for? And what have I learned in the 10 years of asking the question, what is it that I really want to do? What does it mean to do what you love and get paid for it? And what is it like to live these questions? Having changed careers several times and changed circumstances in all sorts of combinations, geography, work situation, living situation, renting versus buying, single versus in relationships, and where I am on this issue right now. And what can I say on the subject of being in that search and how to define what you're looking for? I really want to ask that question that I'm contemplating now, which is, what are you believing that you'll get by leaving medicine and getting a non-clinical job? How will you feel? So picture yourself in that new situation, or just even not having your current job, being non-clinical, and feel every aspect of that in the sensation in your body. And how does it feel? What are the words that come to mind? What are the images? How will you act from that state? And realize that you can feel and act that way at any time. You're not dependent on your circumstances. And if I can learn that lesson myself and practice it, I think that's the most valuable life skill, because any attempt to control the circumstances of our life will end up either with us at some point feeling like we're not enough because we can't control them. We can't produce the money we wanted, or produce the partner we're looking for, create the job we're looking for right now. Basically being a slave to circumstances, or ending up blaming yourself for not being creative enough, or responsible enough, or skilled enough, and looking for the next program or coach to buy. And I don't think, even though it's sort of perpetuating an industry of self-help, I don't think it's the truth. I think that the truth that's at the core of all this, and the lesson that we keep trying to learn in so many different ways, is to be not so dependent on what's happening to us, and to be able to access feelings, states, peace, comfort, security, when those things are not appearing in the material world. And we think that these qualities reside only in people like the Dalai Lama or Gandhi, who have renounced material comforts. But that's the path to their lesson. And how can we use our own path in life to teach ourselves our version of those lessons and learn what we need to learn from our path, versus aspiring to some idealized state of the guru? And that's where I am on that, and I think it's really helpful, because I haven't found in all of my searching the ideal process, the foolproof model, the set of tools, the methodology, the program that works. And that sort of explains why these people have to market so constantly and furiously, because the turnover is high. I think that if you talk to people who regularly travel in the circles of self-help and therapy and coaching, they're on that, they're in that marketplace for a long time, jumping from one teacher to the next in a search for something that keeps taking them outside themselves and takes them further outside their own bodily experience. And I have connected with a few teachers who don't call themselves teachers, they're more like artists, who truly encourage their students, their listeners, to trust themselves, and who truly deliver the message that they don't have the answer. And they try to put into words the process of detaching from circumstances and turning inward and finding what you want by feeling what it is that you believe you'll have once you have what you want, and training that feeling and practicing it every day, and gradually, little by little, getting more familiar with that feeling, not being dependent on any circumstance whatsoever, so that you can be that Roberto Benigni character in a concentration camp, believing that life is beautiful and seeing the world that way, despite what we would consider from the outside to be opposite circumstances. And how could anyone have that internal experience or perception unless they are insane or hallucinating? So in a way, it is a form of connecting to your own reality. And is it insanity, or is it the true source of sanity? Because we are all being influenced more and more heavily by our environment. So we are always in environments, no matter what. We can't escape any environment. But we can cultivate, through practice, a familiarity with the feelings that we believe we desire and that keep pulling us out of our circumstances because we want access to those feelings. So it's all there. It's a question of how you, in your particular circumstance, find the space to practice